We're off now to a place very close to Elaine's heart, the Edwardian Public Bathhouse just south of Glasgow. You know this place,
You're
don't
really
you?
involved in that story, aren't you? Because the council tried to close these baths about 15 years ago. They had absolutely no concept about who they were up against.
This is Govanhill in Glasgow. It's one of the most deprived areas in Scotland with high levels of poverty and crime. However, it's also home to one of the most successful examples of social solidarity in recent times. In 2001, residents occupied their local swimming pool in an attempt to prevent the council from shutting it down.
People can't swim around here, they can't go anywhere else.
It's the 15th anniversary of the occupation, and I'm here to find out how the building brought the community together.
So this is our main pool, the large pond as it was known back in the day. This is the largest of the 3 swimming pools.
It's such a huge space, I can almost feel the history.
It's kind of like a cathedral. This place was opened in 1917, so it was built during the First World War. Here we have a women's pool, a children's pool. Also, it was a community building. We had Turkish baths and saunas. It was a place so that the whole community can share. All of the divisions in the communities were left at the door.
But it wasn't just about swimming.
So this is what's known locally as the slipper baths. That's 40 hot baths were here. Women up that side, men this side, and people would come here after work for a wash. It was a very, very important building. That's why people were reluctant to let it go.
Despite the popularity of the pool, the council were intent on shutting it down. Fatima and Kaz were part of the occupation of the bath in 2001.
I know.
Look how they just go over them.
Awful, awful. Well, initially it was a bit of fun, and then we realised, my God, we've just occupied a building. So a number of, mainly women, parents of the local swimming club, they chained themselves to sun lounges and said they're not moving. So the police didn't know how to react, the council didn't know how to react. We realised how much power we had in actually just occupying this building.
We want a pool in Govanhill.
On the picket line, it was a great atmosphere.
We did things like the hokey cokey. We tried to keep it as peaceful and light-hearted as much as we could.
Yes.
Like birds of a feather, we'll all stick together.
141 days later, we had to be forcibly removed.
I can remember the day of the eviction when the sheriff officers and the police came, and I'd woke everybody up in the house. I says, Mum, that's them, they've came.
When the sheriff's officers broke the windows to put the shutters on, that was one of the most horrific. I'm going to cry. Sorry.
After that, the demonstrations carried on and the building was eventually listed. It's obvious how passionate people are about this building, and after 15 years its time, this pool was filled with water once again.
We've managed to secure enough funding to open up 2/3 of the building. Our motto was United we will swim, and we will have swimming back in this building, but we'll have more than that.
A brilliant result.
They never asked.
And Elaine, we were saying earlier, this is very close to your heart. I mean, you knew who the council were dealing with there. And
well, never underestimate a Glaswegian woman.
Exactly.
That's all I'll say. And they're tough. And it was the mothers, the women generally who stuck together. And there's a great tradition of that through the rent strikes and everything in Glasgow as well. That they were just saying, no, this is our resource, and we want to keep this. And we're really quite defiant in it, and up against really difficult opposition.
I'd love to know. I'd love to have been at the meeting at the council when the penny dropped. This wasn't going to go away.
This wasn't going to happen.
We've got a tiger by the tail here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Well, it's great. It's great for them. I don't do anything. I just support them. But it's down to the tenacity, and it's very common in communities across the UK. Really, you know that when they're threatened, they don't really value what they've got until it's threatened.
yeah, exactly. Well, earlier